White Tiger by Aravind Adiga. Introduction to the author's life, career, and achievements. Aravind Adiga was born on 23rd October 1974 at Madras, which is now called as Chennai. He is an Indian writer and a journalist who grew up in Mangalore, which is located in the south of India. He emigrated to Sydney along with his family and he pursued English literature as his major. He graduated in English literature from Columbia University, New York, and later got MPhil from Magdalen College, Oxford. Aravind started his writing career as a journalist in the 2000s. He also won the prestigious Man Booker Prize for his debut novel, The White Tiger, in 2008. He was 33 years old then when he was awarded the Man Booker Prize. Aravind Adiga was the fourth Indian-born author to win a Booker Prize after Salman Rushdie, Arundhati Roy, and Kiran Desai. His other prominent works after The White Tiger was Between the Assassinations in 2009, Last Man in Tower in 2011, Selection Day in 2016, and Amnesty in 2020. His works have been published in several magazines like The New Yorker, The Sunday Times, The Financial Times, and The Times of India. He has not only won the Booker Prize in 2008 but has also won various awards such as the British Book Awards, Author of the Year in 2009, the Commonwealth Writers' Prize in 2009, John Llewellyn Rice Memorial Prize in 2009, etc. Introduction to the novel. The White Tiger was published in 2008. It was named as New York Times bestseller in its first year of publication. Millions of copies of the novel The White Tiger has been sold worldwide. Aravind Adiga is the second youngest author to win the Man Booker Prize. So, now when we look up to the story, it elucidates the class struggles in India at the time of modernization and globalization. This story is narrated by a village boy named Balram Halwai in a humorous retrospective narration. He becomes a successful entrepreneur by establishing his taxi service by killing his master and stealing his money. The novel The White Tiger is a commentary on the contemporary and has the universal themes like poverty and frustrations of modern man. The novel brings out the issues of religion, caste, loyalty, corruption in India. Because the people who are marginalized are usually suppressed, discriminated, and often ignored on the basis of caste, culture, race, gender, religion, occupation, education, and economy by the mainstream. Through this novel, the author presents the readers a darkly comic examination of the complications that have emerged during this period of transformation and upheaval.
The White Tiger by Aravind Adiga. A detour into the summary. The White Tiger is the story of Balram Halwai's life as a self-declared, self-made entrepreneur, a rickshaw driver's son who skillfully climbs India's social ladder to become a chauffeur and later a successful businessman. Balram recounts his life story in a letter to visiting Chinese official premier Wen Jiabo with the goal of educating the premier about entrepreneurship in India. Balram writes from his luxurious office in the city of Bangalore, but the story begins in his rural ancestral village of Lakshmanga. Throughout his childhood, Balram's destitute family lives at the mercy of four cruel, exploitative landlords referred to as the animals, the raven, the stork, the buffalo, and the wild boar. Despite the difficult life he is born into, Balram excels in school. His academic potential and personal integrity distinguished him from his classmates, bringing him to the attention of a visiting school inspector who nicknames him the White Tiger after the most rare and intelligent creature in the jungle. Balram's parents recognize his potential and want him to complete his education, but his grandmother Kusim removes him from school early on so that he can work to support the family. Balram is determined to continue his education however he can. When he and his brother Kishan begin working in a tea shop in nearby Dhanbad, Balram neglects his duties and spends his days listening to customers' conversations. He overhears one customer speaking wistfully about the high earnings an easy life that India's private chauffeurs enjoy, and begs his grandmother to send him to driving school. Kusum agrees on an agreement that Balram must promise to send home his wages once he finds a job. His training complete, Balram knocks on the doors of Dhanbad's rich families, offering his services. By a stroke of love and luck, he arrives at the mansion of the stork. One day after the stork's son, Mr. Ashok, returns from America with his wife Pinky, the family hires Balram to become Ashok's driver. In reality, Balram is more of a general servant to the family, while another servant, Ram Prasad, has the privilege of driving them.
Balram comes to know about the Strokes' fortune comes from illegally selling coal out of government mines. They started to bribe ministers to turn a blind eye and save them from paying income tax. Unfortunately, the family had disagreement with the ruling party. Later, Ashok and Pinky moves to Delhi where Ashok distributes bribe. Balram also goes along with them to drive their car. One day, Pinky and Ashok's marriage rapidly fall apart. Pinky returns to US after killing a young child in drunken hit-and-run case. In her absence, Ashok goes to pubs and bars. After observing these, Balram becomes disillusioned and resentful. Later, Balram discovers that Ashok has no real interest in Balram's achieve a better life. Balram plans to murder Ashok and escape with the bag of money which Ashok carries to bribe the ministers. Balram also knows that if he kills Ashok, the Stokes family would kill his family who are in village. Balram finally resolves to proceed with the murder. He uses an broken liquor bottle as his weapon to kill Ashok. One day, as he drives Ashok to deliver a large bribe, Balram pretends that there is a mechanical problem with the car. He pulls over and convinces Ashok to kneel down and examine the wheel, then brings the broken bottle and hit on Ashok's head. After killing, he returns to apartment, collects Dharam and escapes with them to Bangalore. Once he reached Bangalore, he started to wander in city and to cafe to eavesdrop about the conversation to plan his next move. Soon Balram discovered that many large technology companies worked on nocturnal schedule in Bangalore, so he decided to start a taxi company called White Tiger Drivers. The company was huge success to him. By the time he sits down to tell his story, Balram is a wealthy man who keeps himself still fearful that one day his crime will be discovered. However, he concludes that even if he is found out, he will never regret his crime because it enabled him to experience life as a free man rather than a servant.
Greetings, myself P. Srinidhi, first MA English from Ethraj College. The topic chosen by me is Character Analysis of Balram Halwai. Balram is the narrator, protagonist and anti-hero, tells of his rise from the village peasant to successful entrepreneur. He was born in the village of Lakshmankar into a life he considered miserable. Born to a rickshaw puller in a small village, Balram had little opportunities to change his miserable fate. He was almost like any other village boy called Munna by his family members because they did not care to name him. When he was very young and just a schoolboy, Balram was called the White Tiger by a school inspector. This marks the beginning of expectational journey of this poor village boy who goes on to make it big in Indian society. This character of the novel, the White Tiger, represents the modern Indian hero with all his flaws and strength. He is a self-made and self-driven man who was always ahead of his peers. He makes his way to the top of the society through corruption, inequality, crime and immorality. Yet, he has no regret about his actions. He justifies everything that he has done in the name of freedom. He was constantly looking for opportunities that can make him free from poverty and does not let them go when he sees them. Through Balram's view of India, the author makes a comment on the social structure of the country. Balram says India is two countries in one, an India of light and an India of darkness. Balram believes that all the cities situated close to the oceans have prospered into rich cities and the place near the rivers remained poor. Because he was suffered by being born in the darkness, he is determined to do anything that will change his life. Balram knows that he can only manage to become a part of the light but might not be able to fully escape the darkness. It is Balram's journey from darkness to light that forms the story of White Tiger.
As a character, Balram is an anti-hero. He goes to commit crimes, bribe people, scheme against his competitors, and such other informal activities throughout the story. Even his language is foul, Balram does not hide the bad details about how society functions in the country. He writes that India has only two castes, men with big bellies and men with small bellies. The big bellies eat up the small bellies or get eaten up by other big bellies. One of the most important parts of the novel is when Balram spots a white tiger in zoo, he sees his own self in the beast being bar. He knows that he has every potential to become the ruler of the society but is being tired down by his social class. Balram sees the tiger walking inside the cage and feels like it has hypnotized itself so that the tiger can live in the cage. This incident has a lasting impact on Balram and he decides to free himself from the cage of being of a servant of Ashok. In analyzing the character of Balram, we can learn more from the road and the parliament, from studying the constant changes of the Indian society to cultivate the flexibility and adaptability he believes a self-made man should possess. In general, Balram emphasizes the importance of being attuned to one's surrounding.
In these slides, we are going to see about the themes in White Tiger. The first one is the Indian clan. Attica stresses the importance of family in Indian society. Throughout the novel, Balram describes family as a destructive and burdensome part of the Indian life. So the next one, if you are disrespectful to your mother in India, it's a crime as serious as stealing in the country. If you contrast that to the novel, so if a servant attempts to escape or disobey his employer, the supervisor's family will punish the servant by murdering or brutally torturing his family. And he explains about Balram abandoning his family. So he cut loose his own family in order to free himself. That the family plays this negative role in Balram's world is a reflection of the deeply corrupt and immortal state of Indian society. And if we move to the next slide, the identity. The theme of identity is established in the first chapter. The novel looks like how identity can be molded to create one's own self as one's own sense. And Balram takes pride in the fact that he is a self-taught entrepreneur. Initially, he goes by the moniker Mona. The White Tiger is largely a story of self-fashioning as Balram undergoes a transformative journey to construct his own identity. Ultimately, he even chooses a new identity for himself, intimating his master's name, calling himself Ashok Sharma. And he accepts his new moniker because it allows him to express himself in a way that he likes for himself. And later he also accepts the name which is given by the inspector, White Tiger. And if we move to the next slide, it's globalization. The White Tiger takes place in modern day world where increased technology has led to world globalization. And in the plot, India has played a major part. Since it provides an outlet for Balram to alter his caste to satisfy Pinky's want for American culture, and it also says that in the past decade, India has had one of the fast booming economics. Specifically, Americanization in India has played its role in the plot since it provides an outlet for Balram to alter his caste. So, Balram's taxi service isn't a global corporation. That Balram is noticing the rapid growth as well. From the beginning of the story, he knows that in order to rise above the caste, he should become an entrepreneur. Although his taxi service is not an international business, Balram plans to keep up his phase of globalization and change his state when needed to. And Balram's recognition of the increasing competition resulting from the globalization contribute to its corruption. And that's it.
Corruption, a stigma in the novel White Tiger. Corruption is a major issue in India that hinders the growth of a country and also it affects the India's financial and economic system. Corruption has become a respectable thing because respectable persons are involved in it. We can say that corruption is primary reason for India's inequality in society. Arvind Adiga, in his psycho-social thriller White Tiger, explores the issues faced by India, ranging from social mobility to globalization and morality to corruption. Adiga's use of an epistolary novel allows him for his first-person narrator to not only make a commentary on India's political problems, but he can also display the effects of these problems in his own life. In this novel, Balram Halwai, the protagonist of the novel, writes a series of letters to the Premier of China about his success as a successful entrepreneur, and he introduced himself as White Tiger. Adiga exploits corruption in India and uses it as a device to develop Balram's character as he journeys from the darker to the light. Balram was born in the village of Laxmangar and raised in a poor family of Halwai caste, which indicates sweets makers. He was named as Balram by his schoolmaster. Before that, he was called as Munna, a young boy. Once, when a school inspector visited his school, Balram answered all his questions and he was named as White Tiger by him. So Balram's mind had started to corrupting while he was a schoolboy itself. His master did not taught his students until he was paid, and also steal uniforms and food from the students, so that the master himself first corrupted the education system, and the corrupted nature of the master will corrupt the minds of the students also. Also, an incident wherein Balram's father, who was a rickshaw puller, was suffering from tuberculosis, and there were no doctors in the government hospital, and which led to the death of his father. So, the corrupted nature of the government doctors is clearly displayed in this novel. Then Balram moves to the city of Dhanbad to work as a driver. There he was hired by a stock for his two sons, Ashok and Mukesh. Balram here was exposed to the corrupted politicians. The stock family was involved in the business of coal industry. Also, Balram sees politicians received a bribe from Mr. Ashok to exempt from the taxes of coal mines. Whenever he saw this, he got furious and it led him to do criminal affairs. An innocent boy from Laxmangar goes to New Delhi and works as a driver, getting tortured by his masters, learn corruption and bribing money to buy politicians and policemen. The system forced him to kill his master and snatch the money and become a businessman. His thirst for freedom made him do so. Thus, this novel portrays the thoughtless and merciless condition of India, in which opposed people like Balram suffers under the rich. It is the responsibility of each and every citizen that they should not indulge themselves in corrupted activities which may give rise to so many Balrams that may cause a horrible impact in our society.
Hello everyone, this is Shalini. I'm going to talk about the caste system in Aravind Adiga's The White Tiger. India is well known for its cultural heritage, but this deep-seated culture has also resulted in numerous problems. One such profound problem is casteism. To be specific, it has crossed the alarming stage and became the social evil. It directly affects the quality of life of a person and prevents them from having equal opportunities. Aravind Adiga's The White Tiger throws light to the caste system that corrupts India in this modern day too. Through the servant-master relationship, Aravind mocks the ill practices in India in the name of caste. The novel's protagonist, Balram Halwai, narrates the novel as a letter which discusses the emergence of his life from a son of a rickshaw puller to a successful entrepreneur. This shows that he is desperate to break out from the darkness and move to the big city, which is full of light and opportunity. Some of the caste prevalent scenarios in the novel begin when Balram escapes his village to Delhi to become a driver and not a halwa. But still, he served his master by massaging his food, giving bath to the dogs, buying liquors, and furthermore. Despite the caste system which is rooted in the lower society, it is also prevailing in the higher society. This is shown through the marriage of Mr. Ashok and Pinky. His family opposed their marriage and they did not like Pinky as she was from a different religion and caste, and they did not get along with her, and the vice versa. Another important scenario which changed the perception of Balram towards the boss is when Balram was asked to surrender to police, confessing that he was responsible for the hit and run case when it was obvious that it was the drunk Pinky. This shows that how the elites use the commoners to cover their activities that affect their image in the society. Balram accepted it as he knows if he doesn't, they would destroy him and his family as they are not as money-powered and strong like the higher society, which is still happening in this modern day. And in addition to the caste prevalent upper caste people, even the co-workers and the co-drivers of Balram will humiliate him in the name of his caste. It is important to note that the main driver in Lakshmanga, who was actually a Muslim but had to act as a Hindu in order to get a work in the higher society. This shows that there's not only a caste but also a religious hegemony that affects the minorities in India. The novel's one of the most important scenario is Balram killing Ashok for money, which shows that it might be the only way that people from the lower society can become rich. It shows that partially even the highest society people were responsible for the lower society people becoming criminal. Adhika shows that becoming an entrepreneur, Balram bribed the policemen in his area to cover up his cab's accident. This shows that it will be the forever state of India of people using others and bribing to cover up their own troubles. To sum up, even though Balram became an entrepreneur, his position in the society will forever be the same. Through this, I would like to say that there has always been an oppression on the lower society and a supremacy of the upper society. Even though the expert says that the caste and the caste system has been abolished, the social difference between them still prevails in the society. Thank you.
Identity and repressed psyche of Balram Halwai in the novel The White Tiger by Aravind Adiga. The White Tiger is an epistolary novel written as a series of 7 confessional letters to the Chinese premier Wen Jiabao in his visit to India. The entire novel runs through Balram's journey from darkness to light for his identity and his transformation. He begins working as a chauffeur to a rich landlord. After killing him and robbing him, he ends up as a rich and successful entrepreneur, establishing his own taxi service. The animal instincts form the core of the novel, as Balram's voice dips with sarcasm at the often explicit and implicit comparison, reflecting the animalism ingrained in him. The upper class reside in the light, filled with maleficence and nepotism, being a hotbed for corruption, while the lower caste dwell in darkness, filled with poverty and an archaic sense for the duty to the family. This environment forces Balram Halwai to transform and to construct his own identity. Darkness, found in the inland river villages, is symbolized as rooster coop by Aravind Adiga using zoomorphism. Roosters in a coop watch one another being slaughtered one by one but are unable to rebel against or break out of the coop. The mongoose, Mr. Mukesh, a son of stock, who is a rich landlord in the village. Mukesh is termed so as he has all the features of a mongoose and he keeps yelling and abusing at people around, just like a mongoose which is ready to attack the snake. The stock. He's a fat man who owns a river outside the village. He would fish everything caught by the fishermen in the village. The lizards. Balram does not go to school, fearing the poisonous lizards, and compares it to the landlords who do not like Balram and the children like him going to schools. They give him a sense of feeling of always being watched. The cockroaches. While working as a driver for Mr. Ashok, Balram's room is filled with cockroaches and he kills them ruthlessly. This reflecting the change within him to kill his master who is controlling his life. Balram is constantly torn between his naive and starved self, which he owes to his poor family in a small town of Gaya, and his newly acquired identity, which brings him to the urban center fed with dreams and desires. The killing has allowed Balram to escape the darkness of poverty and towards the light of prosperity. So what if it costs the life of his current master? The space he occupies between his humble beginning as a tea shop waiter and his phenomenal rise as an entrepreneur is filled with fear, aggression, humiliation, brutal injustice, where aspirations are more and opportunities are less. It is this space where his frustrations and exploitations, his constant suffering of physical and mental blows are translated into silence and repression, which he further bursts out in the murder of his boss. Freudian theory of psychoanalysis maintains that regression is also known as associative amnesia is similar to the suppression, which it involves unconsciously forgetting and blocking some unpleasant thoughts. Balram, true to his sense of servitude and principles of morality that bind him to his servant, to the master, gets used to abuses and assaults. His voice is more subdued and repressed, which he does to convince his boss for the fear of losing his job. However, such moral principles are not permanent state of mind and finds expression in revolt against the existing morality. Nietzsche calls this a revolt of the slave morality against the aristocratic morality. Thus, the repressed psyche in Balram Halwai leads to the killing of his master.
Classism in White Tiger. The White Tiger is the story of Balram Halwai's life as a self-declared, self-made entrepreneur, a rickshaw driver's son who skillfully climbs India's social ladder to become a chauffeur and later a successful businessman. Balram is an Indian man from an impoverished background born in the village of Lakshmangarh. In Lakshmangarh, Balram was raised in a large, poor family from the Halwai caste, a caste that indicates sweet makers. The village is dominated and oppressed by the four landlords known as the wild boar, the stork, the buffalo, and the raven. Balram feels that there are two Indias, the impoverished darkness of the rural inner continent and the light of urban coastal India. A mechanism that he dubs the rooster coup traps the Indian underclass in a perpetual state of servitude. It involves both deliberate methods used by the upper class and a mentality enforced by the underclass on itself. Balram describes at length the corrupt nature of politics in the darkness. A politician known as the Great Socialist controls the darkness through election fraud. This is possible due to their upper class status in the Indian society. One night, a drunk Pinky Madam insisted on driving the car, and she accidentally killed a child in a hit and run. The next morning, the mongoose arrived and announced that Balram would confess to the crime and serve jail time on Pinky Madam's behalf. This shows that the lower class people are taken advantage of by the rich. Balram was terrified by the prospect of going to jail, but was relieved when the stork arrived and casually mentioned that they had gotten out of the incident through their police connections. During this time, Balram's political consciousness grows more intense and his resentment towards the upper class people more violent. These incidents in Balram's life shows the privilege held by the upper class people and how the lower class people are taken advantage of. The entire novel portrays the classism in our Indian society.
Aravind Adiga's The White Tiger is an epistolary novel consisting of a series of letters written by Balram Halwai, an entrepreneur who later owns a taxi driver company for the Chinese premier when he visits Bangalore. The protagonist here is a man who has freed himself from the darkness and now lives in the light. The novel clearly pictures the large gap between the rich and the poor, the struggle of the deprived class, and the feudalism in the local villages. Although being Aravind Adiga's debut novel, The White Tiger consists of myriad metaphors to exemplify and enhance the growing disparity present in the two primary divisions of Indian society, the rich and the poor. Aravind Adiga uses animal imagery in The White Tiger to illustrate flaws in the social and political conditions of India. The very title itself and later Balram's taxi company is the first example we see of animal imagery. He further compares the social system of India to a jungle, zoo and a rooster coop and various other references to animals throughout the novel. The metamorphosis in the life of the protagonist of the novel from Munna to Balram Halwai, White Tiger to Ashok Sharma clearly presents the degradation of humanity as a compulsory trait of modernization. The metaphors like the white tiger, the darkness, the black forest, the chandelier, the rooster coop, etc. highlights the extreme reality of India. Animals are the best metaphor in the novel as it reveals the psyche of the central character Balram. The white tiger is kingly, predatory, harmful, and a rare species, resembling the nature of the character here. Balram, around whom the story of the novel revolves, is referred to as the white tiger, which signifies power, freedom, and individuality. He first uses animal imagery in his descriptions of the four landlords who oppressed his village, named the stork, the buffalo, the raven, and the wild boar. By comparing various characters to animals, Adiga begins to draw the connection between how animals live and how the way people in India live. He also describes the ensuing chaos as if the people were animals ripping each other apart in order to gain power. Animal imagery is again used by the author to describe Balram, his fainting in the zoo, and India as a jungle. The man describes Balram as a white tiger in a jungle, again referring to the Indian society and to its people as animals. Through this, he implies that Indian people of the lower caste must hypnotize themselves into believing that their conditions are acceptable, as the tiger must do in his cage to deal with his situation. He also compares the look Balram has shared with Mr. Ashok as if Balram is the caged tiger in his master's eyes. By saying he was raised like an animal, he is using this image to describe the poverty which he and the others grew up in, captivated in this endless system like caged animals.
Hi all, I'm going to conclude the novel White Tiger. The White Tiger tells the story of those left behind in the midst of India's rapid economic rise. The White Tiger is in the first person narrative of Balram Halwai's life. Balram recounts his story in a letter to a visiting Chinese official with the goal of educating the official about entrepreneurship in India. The White Tiger does not strictly conform to a linear chronological format, as Balram's narration jumps constantly between different periods of his life. However, the novel is loosely structured around Balram's murder of his master Mr. Ashok. His decision to record his life story is in part an attempt to explain the series of events that led to the crime and to describe life in its aftermath. Aravind Adiga considers a range of authors from different literary periods as his personal influences. He identifies three black novelists, Richard Wright, James Baldwin, and Ralph Ellison, as his primary influences in writing The White Tiger. Ellison's Invisible Man, in particular, seeks to give the invisible, disenfranchised members of American society, namely a black man, a voice, just as Adiga revealed the injustices that thousands of poor Indians continue to suffer today through the Balram story. Balram's belief in himself as an exceptional person or white tiger and his related belief that he is entitled to live according to his own alternative moral standard is similar to Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment, in which the central character Raskolnikov convinces himself that his exceptional need and capabilities justify murdering and robbing a defenseless old woman, just as Balram's drive him to murder his master. Yet, the contrast between the two books is also instructive. This is what I read. Thank you.